Alright, so in my last video, I mentioned my Q4 gross sales, and I've gotten a lot of questions on my sales throughout the entire year, so that's what I'm going to be touching on today. We had sales on eBay, Mercari, and Amazon. Those are the three platforms that I sell on, so let's hop right into eBay. So I have two eBay accounts. I have those both up here. My big one we did 175, and my smaller one I did 60 on, so about $236,000 right there just on eBay. And on Mercari, we did $39,000, and on Amazon, we did $28,000 for a total of $303,000 in gross sales, making it our second straight year of doing over $300,000 in gross sales. And I don't have my final profits or anything, but if you watch my what sold videos, you can kind of see that I'm usually between 40 and 60%, 40% on the low. So take with that what you will. That's kind of what you can do there. We've got to take out all of our write-offs and all of our expenses and everything, but that's what I will be working on over the next couple months. Now let's take a look at some of the analytics on eBay to see how I fared this year versus last year. So one of my big goals was to actually sell less items but make more money, which we did. You can see on this account we sold 16% less items, and our total sales on just this one account was up 10%, and our average sale per item went up 30%, which is huge, and that's why we ended up selling less items but made more money. You guys know I sell a lot of clothing, shoes, and accessories, and we sold, it looks like, $15,000 worth of PS5s, which is actually crazy. Sports mem, those are pretty much clothes and shoes and stuff. It just depends what I list that in. More clothing and shoes. So we did 34 there, we did 14, 11, all in pretty much the same category. You can really see on this chart how it really picks up throughout the year. You can kind of see the trend, and then when we get to Q4, it absolutely just goes crazy. And this is interesting right here. Selling costs 38 grand just on here. I print some labels off the platform as I've started doing the last month or so anyways, but just on this account, we spent almost 16 grand in shipping labels. That's just absolutely crazy. And eBay has made a nice 22 grand off of us. So that's pretty much it for the analytics. I'm not going to look at my smaller account because I wasn't really using that one until this past year, and I really just started using it. So the percentages and everything are up like crazy. We'll compare that next year because I've slowly built that up just to not have all my eggs in one basket. You never know when eBay could shut a stream off. So I have one under my business, one under me, and that way I can keep making sales if they try to suspend one of the accounts one day for a VRO violation or something. So I'm trying to even those accounts out. That smaller one's at about 700 listings and the bigger one's at about 1,300 listings. By the end of this year, I'd like to have those both over 1,000 listings, kind of scale those even out. Stay tuned. I'm going to have another tax video coming explaining all the different types of things you can write off and everything. I had one last year, but I'm going to just make an updated one for you guys because I know a lot of people have a lot of questions on taxes, and tax season definitely sucks, but it is a part of this business, and if you are going to do this part-time or full-time, you really need to know how to keep all of your expenses so that you don't get in trouble with the IRS. So that does it for this video, guys. Let's see if we can hit $300,000 for a third straight year. Again, I could do higher numbers if I went for lower profit margins, but I don't really like going lower than 40%, and honestly this year I would like to try to raise my profit margins even more to sell even less and make even more money, kind of like we did this past year. But as for my current business and being a one-man show, one-man business, I definitely could hire some other people and make a lot more money, but I feel like that's when you lose out on a lot of profits, and I enjoy this and I'm fine just doing it by myself. So we're going to just keep staying at this level. I've scaled to the level I'm comfortable with, and let's see if we can just keep it rolling. There's money to be made everywhere, guys. Let's go get it. Thank you for watching The Millennial Prophet.